summer workouts are hard for sure. The last 5 days I've had 7 a.m. conditioning and then 9 a.m. practice and 2 p.m. practice. So we're going at it for sure.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are live with another episode of the My Player Podcast. Today we have JJ McComas joining us. Thanks for joining us today, JJ.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I love getting the wrestlers on here. It's a little bit of a different sport than the others with the mentality you guys have to have, the endurance, the conditioning thing. So I like to get the mindset on that. And JJ, hometown hero, they say, coming from the streets of Stillwater, Oklahoma. He was quite the illustrious high school career with 138 wins, four-time Oklahoma State finalist, two-time state champ, national runner-up, All-American, and much more. Ended up actually is attending Oklahoma State now, so went to high school there, now ended up at Oklahoma State. So, JJ, we're going to have a lot of fun today, but talk to us, about your decision to kind of stay in Stillwater growing up. We know your family. You had some family members that ended up there. Was it always Oklahoma State, or were you eyeing some other schools in the
Um,
recruiting process?
Well, to be honest, the recruiting process was a long, drawn on process for me because my junior year didn't really go as much as I wanted it to. I fell short in the state finals against a really good guy. He wrestled at 125 pounds last year from Missouri, and we just had some battles throughout the year, and I was battling injuries throughout my junior year. So it was kind of like a on-off season for me, and some schools would look at me and some schools weren't. And I had a talk with John Smith before he left, and he was kind of like, I'm waiting for you to prove yourself. And I had to think about it for a second. I was like, prove myself as in what? Like, I've done a lot, but I mean, I haven't achieved all the things I've wanted to, obviously. So, and then that summer I had went into Fargo national tournament in the summer for freestyle, and I had a really breakout tournament. I beat a lot of the best guys in the country, and Jax Forrest, that's coming to Oklahoma State with us next year. I wrestled him there in the finals, and we had a battle, and I ended up losing. But I came back to Oklahoma, and John Smith was like, "You proved yourself. I'm ready to give you a full ride." And after he really kind of told me that, it was kind of just like I was like, oh yeah, I think this is the place where I want to be. I had offers from North Carolina, Wyoming, Oregon State, other places like that, but I really wanted to be an Oklahoma State wrestler. I grew up coming to these football games, basketball games with my mom and my grandparents because they went to school here too. So it has always been like kind of the place I wanted to be. But definitely, if there was a place that I could have gone somewhere else that gave me the opportunity, and I would have probably went there too. It wasn't really just like dead set on Oklahoma State though.
Yeah, gotcha. And then obviously last year you had talent 10-2 record. So talk to us about the difference between high school wrestling and then jumping into college wrestling.
Oh yeah, well, high school, you're wrestling. You feel like you're wrestling a lot of little kids. To be honest, once you're a senior, junior in high school, especially with some of the way the wrestlers have to do it, because I wasn't big enough to wrestle in eighth grade going into my ninth grade year, so I did eighth grade twice. So coming out of high school, I was like, I was 18, turning 19, and so like I was the oldest, and I was wrestling these guys, and they're freshmen, sophomore, and they just don't feel like physically matured yet. And so coming into college, it was just a big change. Like top bottom is a completely different thing. Me and Troy Spratley had to work on that with me a whole lot. He would just get on top of me and just try to keep me on bottom for like 20 minutes, and I would just try to get up, and it would just be a long drawn out process. But college is completely different. Yeah, there's the mentality a lot more physical. And then you never know, you might be wrestling a guy that's 25 with two kids, so he doesn't want to lose in front of his kids, so you got to get past that too.
Yeah, that's no doubt. And then you go through kind of some off-season workouts, conditioning, weights, kind of put us through kind of a week, a month in the life of an off-season collegiate athlete.
Yeah, so this summer we don't leave Stillwater. The wrestlers don't. We're like the only sport here that doesn't really go home for summer. We stay the whole time. We train throughout the summer for freestyle, trying to make world teams and other guys. We have guys come in and like Diego Lopez. He came and trained with us throughout the summer, and I got to train some MMA and jiu-jitsu with him. So, I mean, they're definitely harder practices in the summer than they are in season because we just want to get the most out of the summer and see if we can get some growth there and pass some peoples, pass some other teams, some of the best teams. So trying to just do more. But summer workouts are hard for sure. The last 5 days I've had 7 a.m. conditioning and then 9 a.m. practice and 2 p.m. practice. So we're going at it
Ooh.
for sure.
Wow. All
But
right. All right.
the
That's something.
the hardest thing's the Bursa climber by far.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the regimen on that? We're going to do kind of sprints on it. What's the
So we
duration?
do 30-second intervals, but you have to get a certain amount of steps. So you have to get 155 steps on the Bursa climber in 30 seconds if you're under 157 and below. And then the bigger guys have to get 170 uh, or up in 30 seconds. So it's a test for sure. You got to sprint the whole time.
Yeah, so the guys who are fighting in the 160 class are just trying to shed a few pounds to lose those steps.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
But
but a lot of us have gotten a lot better since last year. Coach Taylor implemented it last year with us, the Bursa climbers and stuff, just extra to condition because we don't run. The biggest thing he said to us was like, running's not going to get you in wrestling shape, and it's not really going to like help your conditioning. So we just do a whole bunch of conditioning with wrestling. Like we start off practice wrestling, we don't jog. Like we just do little scramble positions and some stuff like that, and then the burst climber. That's the deadly weapon he uses, but it gets us in good shape for sure.
yeah, you need it. And then talk to us. A little earlier you alluded to high school. You had some setbacks in college, and kind of culminating to this upcoming season. But what's the mentality looking like as you facing these setbacks? How do you kind of bounce through this and build your resilience?
So yeah, I'm actually a lot. It's actually a lot easier for me to talk about this now. But last year, I had the biggest setback probably in my life. My mom ended up dying last October, October 6th, 2024. It was hard. It wasn't like it was definitely random. I mean, she had just had open heart surgery and everything. She was at home and things happened, complications, and I actually had ranking matches November 4th, so like a month right after that. And my coaches were like, "We understand. Like, we want to redshirt you anyway. So like, we understand if you don't want to wrestle." And I was like, "No, I gotta wrestle. Like this is the best part. Like, this is the thing that keeps me going every day." And so like being able to be with my teammates and all that stuff, and being able to wrestle with them and talk to them after and before practice and help with my mentality, that helped a lot. But I actually went on to. I didn't win my ranking match, but I ended up losing by a takedown. It was a very close match, and then that weekend we had an open tournament in Michigan. It was the Michigan State Open, and I ended up winning that in the freshman sophomore division. So, uh, the getting over the loss of my mom wasn't easy, obviously, but being able to be with a team that cares and coaches that care and coaches that are going to be there for you was able to help me be able to go and compete to the best of my ability. So I mean, I have had setbacks. Like I said, my in high school I had injuries that I was going through, and I had surgery last year too at the beginning of the year before season started, and so like I've had some injuries and setbacks, but I've been able to push through just because of the coaches and their caring mindset and my teammates. They're just not being selfish. They're my team's definitely one of the most selfless teams we have. Like they just care about you and they want you to be great and they want you to do your best. So being able to be with them and have them to help is the best. So
Yeah, very profound, and obviously sorry for your loss. And
thank you. No, yeah.
and then now we'll chat a little bit about the NIL side of college athletics, right? So back in the day, you could say it was academics and athletics, and now it's transforming a little bit into athletes building their brand and themselves and creating these different pathways and revenue streams, you could say. And one of the ways athletes are doing that nowadays is through merch and building out their collective, merchandise lines and things like that. And so obviously JJ's on today, and he has a My Player line. And so talk to us about what that was like, how it feels having you on merch and creating your
Oh
brand.
yeah. So the my player stuff was awesome. A lot of people didn't know that Money Man was my nickname, and so that's why I put it on my shirt that we made because I kind of grew up. We had this thing, and when I first started wrestling, that I came in and I was always a basketball player. I started wrestling in seventh grade, so my nickname in basketball was Money Man because all my friends said I made it rain whenever I would shoot. So uh, when I came into wrestling, I kind of didn't want to lose that. So my coach kind of made it a thing. He used to call me like Juicy J or Money Man, and just like was like, oh yeah, the juice is loose and stuff like that. And just we used to have nicknames for each other. So Money Man was really cool. That was a cool thing to put my shirt on. But like the best thing about NIL, I think, is just being able to grow your brand and find people that like the same stuff as you. Because like the biggest thing for me, I really do like the apparel and all the gear that we can get and make money from and stuff like that. But I really like being just a public figure. To be honest, I love TikTok. I love dancing. So just like getting on there and just making dances and having kids like being able to be like, oh, I love this guy, and like he's so funny and he just likes being able to just have fun and make people laugh and just do his thing without other people caring, like even if it's like, oh, his dance is stupid, or oh, like this is weird, but like to me it's fun and other people think it's cool too. So that's the biggest thing. And then being like, to throw back to the apparel and stuff, it's like those kids can now like come watch me and be able to wear my gear and have my name on their back and be like, oh, I'm here for JJ, like look at my shirt, stuff like that. Like that's probably the biggest thing, is being able to see kids and have kids like text me like, hey, I just got your shirt, can I get a signature from you on it, like when I see you at the duel or something. And I'm just like, oh, this is awesome, like yeah, for sure. And so like it's the biggest thing about NIL is just probably like the collective, like bringing in more people to different sports and being able to have them being able to watch you and root for you no matter where they are. Because I know I have kids in North Carolina, New York, and everything that just watch me and get my gear and are super supportive of me and ask me questions about like how it is, how great can what they can do to be great and stuff like that. So that's probably just the biggest thing about NIL, is just like being able to know that my work is not going overlooked. It's not being overlooked. Like my work's not overlooked, even though I haven't stepped out on the mat like fully. Even though I've only done open tournaments and stuff, like kids still know me and they're able to see me and they're able to root for me and they're able to contribute and feel like they're helping me out in an instance.
Yeah. No, yeah, very, very well said. And I think it's kind of cool to see, college athletes kind of before it was just pro athletes were like like I want to be a professional like football player,
Yeah,
basketball player. Right now, it's like the kids nowadays can see college athletes and say like, oh, you could also, can come a little bit sooner. You don't have to be 0.008% chance to be a professional athlete. Like you can do this in
yeah.
college. And speaking of the youth, and what's some advice or some keys to success you would have for specifically young wrestlers entering high school, maybe their sophomore, junior, senior year?
Well, the biggest thing I would say is not getting like flustered at the beginning, especially if you're a young wrestler coming into the sport new, especially like sixth, seventh grade, where all these guys have been doing it since they were like five. It's like that's what happened to me. Like I came in and I kind of just like I got a little bit overwhelmed and I was like, man, is this really what I want to do? Like, it's like I don't really have that much time to like make too many choices. Ninth grade's coming up soon, but like after my first year, I started getting a little bit like more comfortable in it and having a lot more fun. That's another thing, is just having a lot of fun. Just make sure you're having fun with whatever you're doing and making it fun. Winning and losing isn't the biggest part, and I know a lot of people would say that's what losers say, but It's really not. Like winning and losing is not the biggest thing. It's just about going out there and scoring as many points as you can, especially in wrestling. Just go score as many points as you can, and whatever the outcome is, gave your heart, you gave your all, and like you had fun. Like you don't want to just go out and like not like what you're doing, because by the time you stop liking what you're doing, then you're just getting worse or you're not progressing. So you just want to go have fun and be able to progress at all times,
Yeah,
and
well
don't
said.
cut weight.
Okay, well, that's what I was going to ask you about. What weight class are we fighting at here in the upcoming season?
133 or 141. Really, not really sure yet, but I wanna get down to 133 and test my waters down there. That's what I was at all summer, all last year. But I am getting a little bit bigger, so we'll just see. Whatever helps the team out the best.
Yep. Well, that is the interesting thing about wrestling, right? It's an individual sport, but at the same time, team sport all in one. It's kind of a
Yeah.
good mix and match. As you guys are looking forward to this upcoming season, you mentioned training with Diego Lopez. Does DC ever roll around down in Stillwater?
Sometimes he'll come up and just come to the room. We have a guy that's on our team right now, Cody Merrill. He wrestled for Daniel Cormier in high school at Gilroy. So him and DC are really close, and then me and DC are pretty close. We've known each other because we're close family friends for a while. Yeah, he comes up there every once in a while, but we have guys like a lot of different guys come up and train with us. We have a lot of new guys in our RTC too that are top wrestlers in the world that have came in and just made a statement with us, and then gave us influence and guidance, and all these younger guys like me. Like I look up to Roman Bravo Young. He's like one of my best like influences in the room, other than anybody else that's on our team. Like outside of our team, I probably look up to him the most. He grinds the hardest. Like after practice, he's working. Before practice, he's working. It's just like those guys. Just being able to have those guys that aren't on your team but that are in there working, showing you that like, hey, look, this is what I'm doing for a living. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna go be a Olympic champion, world champion, or MMA champ and stuff like that. So being able to train with multiple different guys and being able to widen my variety of martial arts sports, like not just wrestling. You got MMA, jiu-jitsu, all that other stuff. So it kind of just all keeps it fun. Coming back to that fun thing, like just keeping it fun, not always having to worry about going in there and just grinding every day. I mean, obviously we want to be great and we want to go in there and work hard, but it's you just got to make it fun, and we have those opportunities to have fun.
Yeah, it's a great perspective, and I was mostly just curious because Oklahoma State has such a rich history of, alumni and athletes, and people that come through there. That it's probably quite the
Yeah.
recruiting factor, right? To get better wrestlers there. It's like, oh, you want to hit the mats with Diego, or DC's coming through, or X, Y, and Z, athletes coming through. I'm sure that helps out a lot with the program and you guys taking your skills to the next level as you continue to grow as athletes. Before we wrap up here, we'll hit you with some rapid fire questions, JJ. So we'll start out with the first one. Without, I guess, giving away your opponents, and giving them any tips or trick. What's your go-to move? Just regular start the match. What move you looking forward to the most to pull off?
Duck under by far.
Okay,
It's definitely one of
that was fine.
the most beautiful moves that I've learned, and it's just the coolest one to hit, especially whenever your opponent's tired, because then they
Yep.
just can fall on their face. But duck under for sure. That's my favorite.
Okay, got it. Duck under. Then before we perform the duck under before the match, what song? What's our ritual? What are we getting ready for?
Um, I've already said this a couple times, but "Party in the USA" is a big one. I love that. Miley
Okay.
Cyrus. But if we're talking about just a little bit like right before the match, I would say the one I listen to the most is my walkout song, and it's by AC/DC. It's TNT.
Yep.
So I like to listen to that just while I'm walking out to my match. I don't wear any headphones as I walk out. Some guys do, some guys don't, but I really try to just tune in, block out the crowd, and listen to my walkout song, ACDC, TNT. I just like the beat, and it just gets me a little fired up after being in the back listening to "Party in the USA" by Miley Cyrus. So it's kind of just a change in mentality.
Yeah, no, I like it. And is there before we're getting hyped up with the music, are we eating pasta before? Maybe even for the young wrestlers, kind of what's your pregame meal? You eat a lot, don't eat a lot?
I like the liquids more than I like to eat. I kind of like we use Ultima and it's a different type of electrolyte drink that we drink. We use Ultima and stuff like that. So I like Ultima, and I also like going out and getting like a Subway sandwich or something like that.
Okay, I like it. I like it. And then as obviously a big time wrestler here, would you rather pin somebody at home in a Gallergiba or away at someone else's place?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough question. Uh, To be honest, I'd probably stay at home right now because we have the confetti that we got this whole new like experience my freshman year with David Taylor coming in. We got this whole new walkout to the mat, and if you get a pin, confetti comes down from the ceiling. So, and we get 11,000 people in there max almost every duel sometimes. So like getting a pin in front of those people and that crowd would be awesome. But I love being the villain. If anybody's ever watched me compete or watched my matches, I love being away because I love the crowd booing you. It's not like a big like ego thing, but it's like it like makes me happy. It's like, all right, they're tuned in. They're paying attention though. I mean, they might not be happy with the outcome, but they're paying attention.
Oh
So
yeah.
I like being the villain. I like going out there and wrestling in away matches. So that is a hard choice for me, but I'd definitely say probably home.
Okay. I love seeing. We're looking forward to the villain arc as you go throughout your upcoming season. And then before we close, JJ, we'll let you close us out here with, what's next, what you're looking forward to, and like I said, close us out with where the listeners and viewers can find you on the socials or anything else like that.
Oh yeah, so coming up, we just got we got our season coming up. Our first duel is I think November 7th against Stanford at home. So if you can get there, come to Gallagher Arena, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and come support us. And we have national duels later in that month, also in Tulsa, and there will be a bunch of the best teams in the country there: Nebraska, us, and some others, Lehigh. So that'll be fun, and come out, support whatever team you like. It doesn't really matter, just come out, support. And we just love it. Wrestling just needs a little bit of more exposure. So just come out, support. You put up that three every takedown. So yeah, and you can find me on Instagram at JJ McComas with three S's, and then you can find me on TikTok at the name.
Look, oh, here we go. That's quite the handle there. I haven't heard that one.
Oh
I
yeah,
like that. I like that. I like that a lot.
oh yeah, that's my favorite
No, that's a
TikTok.
good one. Yeah,
I be
that's a
on there
good
all the
one.
time. Dances. I'm trying to learn some new dances too. So if you guys got any dances, just DM me.
Yeah,
I'll try to get
we'll
them
send them
down.
your way.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, JJ, we appreciate you joining the show today, the My Part podcast. And JJ really embodies what it is to, have the hometown pride and meeting an elite ambition. So we're looking forward to watching you continue your cowboy legacy throughout your journey. And this is just the beginning, as we talked about. And so for the listeners and viewers, make sure to go follow and support JJ as he's continuing his journey as a My Player athlete and obviously as a collegiate wrestler. And we'll see you guys next week.
Oh yeah. We'll see you guys later.